Hello, hello. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. It's my Sunday night live. Welcome. Gonna start in 1 minute. Hello, everybody. Hi, Roseanne. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. We are going to get started. If you know anyone that might be interested in watching my lives, can you sprinkle and let them know that I am on every Sunday night at 7 and every Tuesday at 2? That would be great. Hi, Charlene. Welcome. Hi, Marcia. I'm going to be real honest with you right now and tell you the reason you're not seeing me at all is because I have not had time lately to get my hair done or anything like that. So we're just going to look down so you don't have to see me. Things are still crazy around here. So hopefully, I'll get a routine down and I can show my face again someday. Hi, everybody. Viola, Deborah, I saw a lot of names pop up. Here is my host code. Hi, Karen. For November, right here, and you can shop with me at beverleestamps.stampinup.net. You also can watch my YouTube channel, Beverlee Morales Stampin' Up, and email anytime at mofun44icloud.com. Hello, Barbara Chandler. Thanks for stopping in. It's so good to see your name. Hi, Diane. Let's see, Diane, what did you say? Got away from me and I can't get it back. There it is. Oh, no, I don't look fine. I don't feel fine. So, that's how it is. Anyway, here is the card, Hi, Michelle, that I made at my last live from Our Home to Yours using True Beauty stamp set. And I want to share with you who won this card. And I think I need to get her address. Roz. Hey, Roz, there you are. I don't know if I have your address or not. My book's not in front of me. But if you've won before, I probably do. And if you have not, then I will need that. And Roz, I'm not going to put the inside layer piece down so you can stamp it the way you want to stamp it and then put it down, just in case you make an error. So that is for you. Congratulations. Hi, Maria. Hi, Louise. I know I missed a lot of names. They just came flying up. Hey, Pamela. How you doing? Hi, Pam. Another Pam. 2 Pams in a row. Okay, so here is the November prize. It is the open weave ribbon. So if you place an order with me this month, you might win this. Your name will be put into a drawing. Evening Evergreen is the color. And a reminder that this awesome framed and festive stamp set will be available to order until January 4th. So if you want this, you need to order this soon. Okay, and it's going to go away and it won't be back. All right. So what am I doing today? I am continuing on with the True Beauty stamp set and the Organic Beauty dies. Tonight I'm using the die that intrigued me to get this set, the Sprig dies, the leaf, 2 leaves, and the rose. I've already cut everything out except for the rose and the leaves that I need to stamp still. But I'm trying to shorten my lives just a little bit because I have to be available to Mom. I know you guys all understand, and I totally appreciate that you do understand. So she knows I'm out here, and I told her I'd be less than an hour, so I've got to try to shorten things up if I can. So those are the stamps and the dies. I'm going to use this rose and these leaves and then these on a background. Okay, then to embellish, I'm going to use the Iridescent Ice Rhinestone Basic Jewels. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Julia. To jazz this card up just a hair, I'm using the basic border dies, and I selected this die. Okay. I am going to dry emboss with the time-worn type folder. And one of the papers I'm using is the Craft 6x6. I told you how much I love this paper, and I am using it again tonight. I'm also going to use the crinkle white seam binding. Hi, Debbie. And then our adhesives are our mini glue dots, our multi-purpose glue, and our dimensionals. I cut my paper with my paper trimmer, and I'm also going to be using a take your pick tool and a bone folder, our basic tools. All right, the other cardstock I'm using, the card base is Early Espresso, and it's 4 1/4 wide by 11 inches long. I cut out using the 6x6 craft paper and using this border die, this piece here. I also cut out 3 sprigs with the organic dies using these, this is, let me see, let me double check. Yeah, this is the same craft paper that I used before. I need another piece of craft paper just to stamp my extra rows and leaves. So it doesn't have to be a big piece, but this is a scrap I have. And then I stamped this card. For this card, I cut out in gold foil. Look at that. The card I'm going to show you right now, I used silver foil, and I just found out that I'm out. So I need to order more silver. So I use gold for tonight. It's still going to be very, very pretty. Okay, let me get all my pieces back into my little envelope. Oh, what I wanted to tell you about the layer piece before I forget. So this lattice, I'm going to call it a lattice piece tonight. So this lattice piece is a little bit larger than our typical 4 by 5 1/4 layer piece. Hi, Annie. So if you add a 1/16 on to your, so 4 1/16 and 5 3/16, you'll have the exact size you need to place this lattice onto, and it will still leave a border around for your card base. Okay, so just, hi Susan. So just know this is a 1/16 of an inch wider and longer. Okay, that was important to tell you. All right, let's show you the card before I get started. I hope you like it. Remember I said at my last live that I loved white and craft. Well, I used the white to make a background and to stamp my rows and leaves, and I just stamped it all on this craft paper, and the lattice is with silver foil. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it too. Look how pretty that border is on the side of the card. It just adds some beauty, and these sprigs and the iridescent rhinestones and the ribbon just make this card very, very elegant. Okay, so let's get stamping. I'm going to stamp on my layer piece with the rose and the craft ink. I'm going to turn, thanks Marcia, thanks Charlene. I'm going to turn my stamp looking at me so I can see. Thanks for sprinkling, Diane. Hi, Jean. So I can make sure that if I get any, and I see that I am, get any excess around here on the edges, I can wipe this off. Now, this has got a lot of rubber on the side, so I'm going to trim this off at a later date, probably tomorrow, because I don't want to have to clean it every single time. And I'm just going to stamp the white craft right here where I'm going to be able to see it. See how it's right here? I'm going to be able to see it when the lattice is on. just like that. Then I'm going to take the smaller little flower in the stamp set, and I'm going to make a background. Again, it's getting on the edges, so I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to stamp a background. Just randomly stamping these flowers, and then I'm going to add the leaves underneath. So this stamp needs to be trimmed as well. Maybe one more here. I'll add the leaves, and then I'll see if I need to add anything else to finish off this look. Hello, Dot. Welcome. So I hope, have you guys started Christmas shopping? I ordered a few things online. Well, one thing, my daughter, Allison, was here a couple of weeks ago, and she mentioned that she saw this comforter that she wanted for her bed. I said, go get it. Here's the money, go get it and bring it back. You can't have it till Christmas. She's like, oh, man. And so she did. That's the way I shop, ladies. Send them to get their own gifts, right? And then I make them wait. Terrible. And then my daughter Heather was saying she wanted some workout gear. Where is it at? She told me Amazon, so I ordered that, so it's come to the house. And then our little great-granddaughters, we've got them some books. We just started with them, so we're going to get them other things. But I've got actually 4 people. Well, Heather and Allie are done. Luna and Capella, we're just starting with them. I don't know what Jenny wants yet. I have to ask her. And the boys, their ages and their boys, I don't know. I'll ask them. But they usually say, oh, anything's great, Grammy, anything. So I might just give them money. All right, so I'm just adding more flowers. You used to do that too? Yeah, it's a great idea, I think. Now, after you get your pattern down, you just make your background, and this is all going to be covered with the lattice. See that? It's just a real pretty background. Okay. Before I put the lattice on, though, I'm going to run this through the folder. So I'm going to grab my machine and the folder, put this aside. See how pretty white is on craft? I just love it. Okay, let's take this apart, and we need, that is a 3D folder, so we need number 1 platform, our folder, and our cardstock. Now remember, I've taught you before to put the end of your cardstock on the black line that's on the folders so you can keep everything straight. Now this time-worn type folder is very subtle, and I think even if you got it crooked, it would be okay. But just for good habits, line up your paper on that black line. Hey, Lori! And you will be safe. Now look how pretty this is now because of the folder. It looks like a beautiful fabric to me. So pretty. You will have to, because I'm on live and I didn't let that dry, you are going to have to clean off your folder because white ink does get on the folder. Okay, so now we're going to stamp the rose and the other leaves. And we're going to cut those out. So let me get this together. I'm going to need it in a second. Here's my extra piece. And back to my white craft ink. Thanks for the hearts. Thank you. And I'm going to stamp this one and then the leaves separate so I can cut them both out, and then I will put them together on the card. Hi, Patty. Let's see. You want to leave enough space so when you put your dies down, they don't hit each other and cause a problem. Okay, back on here. Oops. So let's get the flower on. There we go. And I need a little bit of tape. Hi, Roseanne Ramos. How are you? Nice to see you here. Okay. And now my leaves. And more tape. Okay. Gorgeousness. Oh, I just love this stuff. Okay. Something blue on there. There, gone, all gone. All right. So there's my rose, excuse me, my rose and my leaves to go on the front of the card. Now let's go back to this piece that's been put through the folder, and we're going to go to our Tombow glue. You need a very thin, I'm looking for my silicone sheet. You need a very thin line of glue. Clean this off. There. Okay, so I'm just going to go across the top real thin. See how thin that is? Very, very thin. And around all four sides. I don't want too much coming out. I'm not squeezing the bottle at all. I'm just letting gravity help me. I know, it's such a pretty stamp set. Gravity's helping me a little bit too much. I like a thinner line than that. Okay. Hi, Sharon. Okay, so now let's grab the gold piece and lay it right down on that thin line of glue. Okay, I'm gonna. My mom needs me. If you can hang here for a minute, I'll try to be as quick as I can. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys. Okay, so I've got this down. And now I can just layer this onto the card. See how pretty that is? Open this up. I like you to work with your cards flat if you can. It just makes everything so much easier to put together. Okay, so I want this way. This is actually a very easy card. Okay, where is my piece? There it is. Now when you add this on here, it just really, really makes the card stand out. Hi, Irene. Thanks, Marcia. You guys are awesome. And I like to make my borders longer than the cards. So when you lay them down, you can decide where your edges will be. So they'll match up. Sometimes if you put this end here, this end on the end, and then this end doesn't match up. So when you lay it like this, you can take your snips and you can cut it after you know it's in the right spot. Now I got a little flustered, so I should have did this before I laid it on the card. That's what I always do. And so I wasn't thinking straight when I came back. That's pretty good. Oh, Carol, yes. It's one of the commandments, right, Carol? Okay, so now look at these sprigs. You can just lay them wherever you'd like to arrange them. And then take your rose and a couple of dimensionals. I'm not going to take the backing off because I want to make sure my placement is where I want it. For the flowers, because this is embossing ink, for the flowers, for the leaves, I am going to use glue instead of mini glue dots because I want to make sure that that stays together, and with that embossing ink, mini glue dots might not adhere as well. So I like what I see, so I'm going to take these off now. I'm actually going to add this one right to my dimensional. Like this one there. So let's see if it hits a dimensional as well. Okay. And then this one, because there's not a dimensional close by underneath there, I'm just going to take a mini glue dot, but I'm going to put it on the front of the sprig so it will hit the bottom of the rose. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like it. Thank you, Debbie. So pretty. I see the word elegant. I agree. I think it's an elegant card as well. This one does not have a sentiment on the front. I do that a lot, mainly because you can make a beautiful card, set it aside, and then when you need a card for a specific reason, you can add the sentiment then. You know, how many times have you looked at a card and said, oh my gosh, that would be perfect, but it says thank you and I need it to say sympathy, or that says happy birthday and I want it to say welcome. So if you leave your sentiments off, until you know what your card is going to be used for, it's helpful. Okay, so I've got a double bow here again. And you guys know how I do this. I show you all the time. When you pounce on the little loops, it usually separates them like it just did on that one. Let's see if the next one works. Pounce, pounce, pounce. And then you'll see a little separation and you can pull. This one still has the loop, so you take your snips. And I'm going to go back to my mini glue dots. And I will take 2. There's one. There's another. And I'm going to swing this bow right over here. Then I'm going to take my ribbon scissors and snip this down to the length I need. Make sure you lift your ribbon up high away from the card. I would hate you to snip one of these triangles. Now, one more thing you can do is, if you have an empty container that held any kind of trinkets or anything, you can keep your diamonds in there, and take your pick tool, you can grab one. Let's see, maybe I want one there. Yeah, I think I do. I want one right there. Maybe here, here, and here. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm just going to put them back in, spaced out into a pattern that you like. Tell you this, take your pick tools and another finger, and you can even, let's turn this one around, and let's see, let's grab it this way and see. Yes, it fits right there. You can tell by their shape. And just add one more all the way at the top. And see the difference that makes by adding just a few back in there. You don't have to add a lot. Then I would line my card with a piece of vanilla or white 4 by 5 1/4 inch cardstock. And then you can use this card for whatever, hi Eva, whatever occasion you would like. I think this set here is the card I made last week. That's Roz's card. So I'm thinking so far everything is pretty elegant with this set, don't you think? Yeah, with just the scraps, that's right. All right, ladies, I have to run, but please, if you have any questions, let me know. When I can watch the replay, I will answer your questions. All righty, you guys all take care. Bye-bye.